and gentlemen, welcome to Season AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. This evening, we're going to do something slightly different. I just came across something here. This young lady here was raining abuses about people who wish to have independence and sort of raining curses. Normally, I would, do people have been sort of really, attacking her, but I think this is an opportunity to educate her. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to read through what she said. We're going to read through what she believes are her facts, and then we will then counter her with our facts, and let's see which stacks up. And hopefully, maybe she will learn and have a much informed view than she currently has. We should treat it as an opportunity to educate her, inform her, so she's properly informed. She is the daughter of Wasiu Ayinde. She's known as Dami Ayinde Marshall. Her name is on the top there. You can see Dami Ayinde Marshall. Now, let's go and read through what she says. Interestingly enough. It's not quite an hour ago, it came out in Punch. So we're going to go through it now. So Dami, one of the daughters of the popular Fuji singer, King Wasiu Ayinde Marshall, has taken a Snapchat account to blast people donating money to Yoruba rights activists under the better known as Sunday Igboho. Earlier today, supporters of Igboho set up a GoFundMe page for the purpose of raising £100,000, 51.8 million, for him to buy buses to implement his project of riding the southwest. Reading the southwest of Killer Herdsmen, The fundraiser, which was initiated by Maureen Abadejo, a blogger and activist based in the United Kingdom, garnered 9,320 within 15 hours, 4.8 million naira within 15 hours. The singer's daughter, who is a lawyer, urged Nigerians to desist from raising money for Igboho, saying, "In my life, I did not support nonsense. Go and read section 43 of the 1993 Constitution. One Nigeria, the whole country belongs to all of us." Interesting. We're going to make a note of that point there. Remember, I'm going to highlight that point. I will highlight this. This is her words. You see, I want to write that down, and we're going to dissect it one by one. Remember, she's a lawyer. I'm not qualified lawyer. She is. But I will win this argument. Let's go through it now. One Nigeria. Okay, let's just get her words down, because that is what we're going to dissect and perhaps give her a better understanding of what her understanding of One Nigeria. Perhaps she'll come to a much more reasoned and more realistic view of One Nigeria. Now, okay, so her words are One Nigeria. The whole country belongs to all of us. So I'll start that and I will come back to that comment later on. Okay. The lawyer wrote, "Anybody donating money from any part of the world in order to set Nigeria on fire will never know peace. It took us all a lot to get here. Please don't take us back. Don't kill my dreams because of your own ignorance." Wow. Wow. Every media establishment that repeatedly calls Sunday Igboho a Yoruba activist is playing its part to cause ethnic crisis in the Southwest in order to extract political value from it. Every one of them. Dami noted, although she is a Yoruba girl, she sees every Nigerian in other tribes as her brothers. Nobody has a problem with that. Let's be very clear. I don't have a problem with that. We are all brothers. In fact, we're all African brothers. If brothers and sisters, if we're going to go that far. Well, I don't have a problem with that. Now let's read on. I am 100% Yoruba, but I will never support anyone that wants to cause war. The Igbo man is my brother. The Hausa man is my brother too. As a student of history, I know the cost of the last Ife Modakeke crisis, where this Sunday Igboho was said to be an active participant. All those interviewing him and amplifying the war he is calling for should be subject of interest to the DSS. If the DSS still knows its duties, in my life I do not support nonsense. Go and read section 43 of the 1999 Constitution. One Nigeria, the whole country belongs to all of us. Right. Okay. Now, remember that line? I'm going to write that line as well. Yeah, I've written it down. The line says, one Nigeria belongs to all of us. Now, let's go and read, because she's a lawyer. I'll give her that. Let's go her route. Now, I'm going to do something. At the top of the page, you can see I've already put the Constitution. We're going to go straight down to Section 43 of the 1999 Constitution. Let's educate her. I am absolutely certain she is of a brilliant mind in terms of, for her to be a lawyer, she has to be a brilliant mind. But I'm afraid her understanding of that Constitution is flawed. If she has any belief in that Constitution in of itself, does she know the roots of this Constitution? Does she understand that that Constitution is in fact an edict by the military? Does she understand these facts? Has her dad sat her down and explained to her that that Constitution is in fact a fraud, that the military under Babangida and Abacha, that they foisted on the citizens without so much asking us for a referendum? Those are the questions she should be asked. I doubt she's aware of that fact. She can go and look on Google. Google is your friend. Let's go and do some digging. Let's go back to your number 43, by the way. So let's look at Section 43, like you said, and we will happily look into that. Section 43. Now, okay. And also one thing, now, subject, for Section 43, subject to the provisions of the Constitution, every citizen shall have the right to acquire and own immovable property anywhere in Nigeria. Now, very good point you raised there. Very, very good point. As a lawyer, now let's go and scroll that back down to where she is, because I don't need to. I'm going to just keep her picture on so we know who we're talking about. So we are all aware who we're talking about. There she is. Now she's highlighted Section 43 of the provision. Every citizen of Nigeria shall have the right to acquire and own immovable property anywhere in Nigeria. Nobody's arguing with that. However, there are some facts that she is not taking into account. If we go down to section, she should know this. I shouldn't have to tell her, but she should know it. But let's pretend she overlooked that point. Now, I think it's section 33, if I'm correct. Let me just bring it up and I'll just read that out. Okay. Section 33. Dami Ayinde, Marshall. Section 33. You're a lawyer. Please go look that up. Now, what does Section 33 say? Let's read that out for you. You're a lawyer, and we duly, take that on. But let's read this out to you. The reason why we're doing this, by the way, Dami, is because you don't need to resort to cursing people who have a different point of view to you. You are perfectly entitled to believe in one Nigeria, and nobody would hold grudges against you for that. But when you are raining curses and abuses and saying God, somebody makes curses on them and praying that wrath of the God will come on them, that's going too far. And it is and the thing is, you're doing that without getting the clear understanding of why we are going for Oduduwa Nation and Biafra. And that's why we are here, to help you to understand that fact. So I hope you can, those who are her followers, please do share this with her. We just want her to understand. We want every Yoruba person, including her, is very valuable to us. Governor Otom said it today. Go and look at channels. Governor Otom said that the federal government of Nigeria is not prosecuting Miyetti Allah. Miyetti Allah have admitted that they're killing people, they're raping women, they're abducting people all over the country. And the federal government of Nigeria, Governor Otom, a whole governor of Benue State, said that live on camera. I don't quite know what more evidence the likes of Dami needs to understand the precariousness of the situation that we're in. So when she's making statements that she hasn't gathered the facts in its totality, someone as a lawyer, I would expect that you'd have that, but I understand to a certain extent. There's some passions raised there. You should have thought about this, but anyway, let's educate you. Now, Section 33. Every person has a right to life, and no one shall be deprived intentionally of his life, save in the execution of sentence of a court in respect of a criminal offense of which he has been found guilty in Nigeria. That's what Section 33 says. Now, you are a lawyer, and I'm just reading by your own comments in your article, little article you wrote. Now, the first thing is this. You should know, I should not have to explain this, but you should know that the right to life of everyone cannot be trounced by the right to live anywhere in the country, particularly if that person's trying to say they have the right to live anywhere, threatens the life of any citizen in that contraption. And that is exactly the point. So I hope this makes some sense to you, Dami, and those of you who follow her. Make sure she gets this message. And we are quite happy to have a debate with her and explain that her thinking, the thought process behind her thinking is a little bit wanting, shall we say. We're not going to go into abuse. There's no need to go into abuse. But when you're making this kind of statement and it's carried by major newspapers, it's very important that we give balanced opinions and discussions and educate you, particularly as your lawyer. And you highlight Section 43 and you quickly go in there and you do that. But you forgot Section 33, which is the right to life of every citizen. Now, when that right is threatened, it trounces anything else because we all have the right to life. That is exactly the point. Now, let's go deeper, a little bit deeper. As we speak, I'm sure I don't have to tell you, in Oyo State, Ibarakwa, you've heard about Dr. Fatai Aborode that was hacked to death by Fulani herdsmen, and the fact that the king whose son was abducted and they had to pay ransom, and the woman who owned the petrol station who was killed with her along with her 2-year-old cousins next to her. Now, as a Yoruba woman, this happened in Yoruba land. I would have thought that would have been, you as a lawyer, you fight for justice. That's your role. You fight for justice. And that means that you should take on that role responsibly. I have no doubt about your qualifications, but the application of that knowledge seems to me to be wanting in this particular aspect. So when you now go on air and you are telling people your words, I'm going to use your words, and you're saying this. You're saying this word. What are you saying again? Let's hear. You said, let me just read that to you. I want to give you, so that you understand. This is an opportunity to learn a few things. Your words are, anybody donating money from any part of the world in order to set Nigeria on fire will never know peace. Is Nigeria peaceful is the question I want to ask you. Are people safe? Do we have 24/7 electricity? Is there safety and security in that Nigeria that you are talking about, that you're praying for? Is Nigeria protecting Nigerians? Like I said earlier on, Governor Autumn, earlier today, stated that Miyetti Allah have admitted that they have been involved in killings, intimidation, rape, torture, and the federal government is backing them 100%. So it would have been nice if you had looked at those facts before you came on air to curse people and all of that. It isn't something that we, we would have expected from a lawyer like yourself. You see, when you go and study law, and I'm not a lawyer, I'm not qualified. I have my own qualifications in other field, accounting, but that's besides the point. What you showed now by this curse is a lack of humanity, and the sad thing is, it displays a deep sense of self-hate that the people who are donating money to ensure the continued existence and safety and guaranteeing the future of the Yoruba nation Yoruba people in Yoruba land. You are raining curses on them. And if you look at yourself, you're a Yoruba woman. You should know better than that. If you disagree with somebody, you could simply say, I have a different point of view. But you do not curse them. You do not pray for the wrath of God to be on them. This prayer that you're praying, don't be surprised if it comes back to you. It is truly not a good way to do things. You can do things in a much more different, much better way than this. I'm sure you're very, very intelligent young lady, and you have your own views, and you're forthright in your thinking in many ways. But as a lawyer, I might see the lawyer wrote, anybody donating money from any part of the world in order to set Nigeria on fire will never know peace. It took us a lot to get here. What did it take? 60 years of misery. Are you aware of the fact that Yorubas have been enslaved? Are you aware of the fact that Chief Awolowo was jailed by the Fulanis for 10 years for trying to ensure that we had good governance? Are you aware of the fact that the Fulanis killed Abiola? Are you aware of all these facts, young lady? Yes, no doubt. You're financially secure. You come from Prince Wasiu Ayinde's music and all of that stuff. He's a good musician, and I've danced to his music. But what I will not do is be part of those people that will just be quiet. You see, for too long in our society, Yoruba people, we've sat down quietly and let people say things and get away with it. We've allowed bad to now have dignity, and good is now being ripped into shred. Now, your statement there, I would like you to really go and rethink it and understand that if you want one Nigeria, you can speak about one Nigeria. But understand that one Nigeria, right, does not consider you to be of importance as a Yoruba woman from the South. Your rights are not respected. In so many ways, they've got sukuk, kind of like a Sharia law type of investment, whereby they're using it to silently acquire land all over the South, targeting the poor, knowing that they will never be able to pay. That sukuk means that they use landed property. It's all over the South. Go and look at it yourself. That is the danger that you don't realize. Secondly, they are killing us on a daily basis across the South. Many people, the Governor Makinde has been such a disappointment. Ooni of Ife is another disappointment. I hate to say, I respect the Ooni, the office of Ooni. The man in the office is not the man that is speaking for the people. And that's the plain fact. And it seems to me that your leanings are towards those kind of role models. You need to choose better role models, and you would need to really think about the kind of discussions that you're having. It's not here to abuse. You can decide to abuse me if you want, but the kind of comments that you made, we are seeking a better future for the coming generation of Yoruba people, including your own children. You might think that you are okay now because you've got connections, your dad and all of that. But this system does not care about any of you or that. When it's they have a system called use and dump. Once they use you for their purpose, they dump you to one side. This is what is happening. So I would really urge Dami, let me call you your name, Dami, so King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal. So Dami Marshal, I just sort of put you in the Marshal. I put it there anyway. So I would urge you. There's your face again. I would urge you. We welcome a debate. You can have a debate if you want. You can discuss with us. We can have a debate. We can talk. I'm sure you have the means and the wherewithal. I'm sure you have 24/11 electricity, 24/7 electricity in your home, run by a generator. I'm sure you've got all of those things. And I do not in any way sort of have anything against you or Prince Wasiu Ayinde, King Wasiu Ayinde, and the Marshal. No. That's not what we're saying. But what we're saying is when you are cursing those who are seeking to secure the future of the common generation of Yoruba people, that is very, very wrong. And this is a teaching moment to every one of us. I hope you can learn from what we're telling you here. I mean, I can show you pictures. You already have had the number of killings, raping of our women. The lady that was raped by a Fulani man and then they took her eyes out. Both her eyes. I've got videos. The killings. The Seriki in Igogon having 3 checkpoints where the people anybody has to go through. And in the second checkpoint, that was where they took and killed Dr. Fatai Aborode. These are facts. As a lawyer, you need to be much better than this. Your sense of entitlement in the way you speak is you need to refine that a little bit more. You need to think, yes, nobody begrudges you that you come from that, and the connections. Nobody begrudges that. But when you're raining curses on those who want to seek a better life for the coming generation of Yoruba people, I can tell you, it's be careful. Don't let the curses come straight back to you. And you need to do a better job of understanding the whole picture before you make comments which are totally uncalled for. Look, I wish you, everything you wish everybody else. And I do hope you have a rethink in your thinking and get an understanding that we are under attack. And simply what Chief Sunday Igboho is standing up for every Yoruba man, every Yoruba woman that has been silenced for too long. We've been killed, and our governors, our obas, they are not supporting us. And I also note, I have not heard from Wasiu Ayinde, King Wasiu Ayinde. Is it? Let me just see. Yeah. I have not heard from King Wasiu Ayinde, Marshal. I have not heard from him come up on this issue. So when you come and talk, are we to infer that you are speaking on his behalf? Are we to infer that what you said has got authority from him? Because there are a lot of people, a lot of Yoruba people listen to. I grew up on King Wasiu Ayinde Marshall's songs. I grew up and I listened. I grew up knowing him. Listening to his songs. Every party, people want to dance to Wasiu Ayinde. Everybody. So are we to infer that what you said now has the blessings of Wasiu Ayinde Marshall? Are we to infer that? That's the question we're asking you. Because you should not be wishing bad on those who want to secure the future of the coming generation of Yoruba people. You should not. So I urge you to have a rethink. You're a lawyer. You are much better than this. Ọmọ konye o nsomo ale. Don't go me. Ọmọ konye o nsomo ale. Ṣebí ọmọ ko. Rory next time. Má lọ ṣépè fúnra ẹ̀. Torí àwa tá à ń ṣe gbogbo kíni tá à ń jáde tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀. À ń ṣe kí ìlú wa tòrò. Tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní da ìpè sọ, tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe gbogbo, má fi ara ẹ̀ gba ìpè tó máa ṣe, ìpè tó bá ṣe ó máa padà bá ẹ̀, kì í ṣe pé bóyá wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n ní. Torí gbogbo inú àwa tá à ń ṣe kíni inú wa mọ́. Yẹn mo ní kí n bá ẹ sọ. Ọmọ àwọn kí n wà sí Àyìndé o. Tó roore o Dami abẹ àníkẹjọ ẹ bá wa roore eléyìí kì í sọ̀rọ̀ èébú kì í sọ̀rọ̀ ọjà wọ́n ń pa wá bí ẹni pẹran àsìkò tó káwa ọmọ Yorùbá ká dúró. Chief Sunday Igboho wọ́n ń ṣe eléyìí tán lè ṣe láti fi ràn wá lọ́wọ́. He is trying to help us. He's trying to help us. The last thing he needs is yourself, and others trying to stop anything. We need funding to get people. We need the funding. We have been killed in our own land. Your land, by the way. And you are putting it, you see, to support that, it's a self-hate. There's something called self-hate. When you watch your fellow Yoruba people being mistreated and you say, oh, it's their fault. It's their fault. What happens when it now becomes your turn? Oh, what happens? So, Dami, we urge you to seriously have a rethink about your statements. You're a lawyer. You're a beautiful lady. I see that. You're a beautiful lady. But making statements, sweeping statements like this is truly irresponsible at this critical time We are in danger as Yoruba people. If we do not stand up now, you yourself, no matter your qualification, you will end up being a slave in Fulani land because they will take over that land if we do not fight for our land. This is the danger that we face. That's a fact. So, Dami, please, we urge you, have a rethink. Have a serious rethink. Okay. You can, if you want to have a discussion live on air, we are happy to do so. Citizen AY right here. So, anyway, with that said, I thank you all. I just wanted to go into this. Dami, please, you can have a debate and let us know what is more important, the right of people to get land or the right to life. You tell me. You're a lawyer. I'm sure you are more intelligent. You tell us what is more important. Is it the right for anybody to live anywhere in the country, or the right to the life of those who are in that part of the country that the person wants to live, superseding his right to that land? Because there, by the way, before the land gets to him, the people who are there were the ones who own the land, which is your Yoruba people, your people. So, Dami, Roreo, please have a think about what we just said. You need to have a rethink, and it's important that you actually be aware. You're smarter than that. You're a beautiful girl. Let's see you do better. Just raining abuse on people doesn't show you, it doesn't show well on your family, and certainly on your dad. Everybody likes his music. We'd like to hear from him as well. He should support us. He needs to stand with Yoruba people on this. We have been killed, and we need to protect ourselves. We need those vehicles. Please donate to the Morimbadejo account. I urge everybody donate. And we have other accounts as well, but donate to that one for Chief Sunday Boho now. Do that. I urge everybody donate to it, because the most important thing right now is all of us speaking with one voice to make sure that we secure the future of the coming generation of Yoruba people. That's you. I mean, that is you. You are the future. You and your children are the future. So please, have a rethink about that. Please, whoever is close to her, pass this message on to her. There's no malice intended in what we're saying here. We're just speaking facts. And you being a lawyer, we can go and discuss the ins and outs of the law. There are sections in the Constitution that's a fraud. That Constitution is a fraud. If you haven't been taught that by your parents or anybody else, I'm happy to educate you and let you. There are parts of the things. Go and look at 68 exclusive lists on the on the Constitution. Read that, and we can have a discussion about that, so you'll understand quite how bad that Constitution is. And also, we never had there was no referendum for that Constitution. It was imposed. And I will tell you one more thing, Dami. The local government areas was drawn up by the military, and it's weighted in favor of the Fulanis. So if you combine the South, Southwest, Southeast, our votes will never match them in number. That's why we are going for a referendum and the rewriting of the Constitution with a clause for referendum, so that people, if we decide to go, we can go our own way. Dami, you are intelligent. We know you can do better. We expect better from you. And we expect to hear from your dad as well in support of what we're saying. Thank you all. Please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Share this message if it resonates with you. It's very important. We have to speak truth to power. We are speaking truth to power. It doesn't matter. This is not about personalities. This is about speaking truth to power. This is the time in which we must rescue the Yoruba people collectively together. We can do this. Dami, we hope you have a rethink. We hope you will see sense and join us. But we will educate you and hope you've learned something here. And if you want some more education in terms of other areas, there are things that we can point up in your direction so you can be aware. But listen, it's been a pleasure having this discussion. When you get this message, this broadcast, please share it, talk to people, bring your own ideas, leave comments, share it. Let's have a real debate among ourselves. Our focus, time is short. Donate to the Sunday Boho the fund. Let me just see what the exact words. So let me see. It says here, purpose of raising money to buy buses for Chief Sunday Boho. Yes, good idea. I applaud Maureen Badejo, and we will be in touch and be having discussions. Of course, we also have Yoruba Rescue Fund. please do donate to that as well. We have that there to help in terms of the overall planning for Yoruba people when we get our independence. So that's funding that we will need for later on. The raising of the funds for the Igboho fund, it's brilliant because we need those vehicles urgently. So please, once again, I thank you all for listening. Please share this broadcast. Time is short for all of us. Yoruba people, we must stand as one. Thank you all. Please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Please share the broadcast. Go to Citizen Facebook, like Citizen AY, and also go onto Instagram and Twitter page. We have that. And please leave your comments. We encourage dialogue and debate. This is an opportunity to educate. I thank you all and talk soon. Bye for now. Bye. Please donate to Yoruba Rescue Fund. It is time to build a great Yoruba nation.